Hello, everyone. I'm back with a new exciting episode of JSP Coffee Podcast, and today I have a special guest joining me, Tor Emil Volle. He is the founder of consulting agency called P.A.TE.M.E, and this company is specialized on providing services for companies with recruitment, IT, technologies, and sales and marketing. But what is the most interesting about Tor that he is just entering the world of entrepreneurship and he's starting his own startup called MEEP. So today the whole conversation will be about how to run the startup, how to pitch in front of the investors, what are the lows and highs of startup ownership, and also how to make your ideas work. Nice to have you in my podcast, and I hope you're having a great week. And how was your day today?
Hi, Olga. Nice to invite me to your podcast. My day is quite good, even though it's been a bit cold. Here in Oslo, it's been more -14. It was this morning. Otherwise, it's been a good week.
So my first question will be, could you please tell us what inspired you to embark into entrepreneurial world and how you decided to launch your own startup?
I've been working as a consultant for many years by myself and kind of running my own company in that way. Uh, which, when we saw that there was kind of a lack in the smart home market, as we have a lot of smart home products ourselves at home. Uh, there wasn't kind of the biggest leap to go to trying to figure out what we felt lacked. And then we kind of came to the realization that something more was exactly what was lacking. Most of the devices that are in the smart home market are only audio. Some of them have screens, but there's nothing more. And since kind of smart home products came on the market, there hasn't been any real evolution either. So that's why we ended up taking this journey and jumping on the entrepreneurial train.
Let's explore a bit your product in more details. What is your concept and why do you believe it has the potential to take its bits in on the market?
Well, the product's going to be called MEEP, and we've titled it as a holographic smart home device. Um, and the reason why we believe it has a place in the market is, as I kind of said, it has something else that the others don't have, and that is the possibility to interact with it more. You would have a display with hologram, uh, where we at least have now thought of it as being sort of a character or an avatar or what you want to call it that interacts with you, um, giving you a more personalized and more interactive device than those that exist today, where you can ask it to do certain things, but if you kind of do something more, it usually says that it doesn't know when you could that you asks you to look up on this or this site, and then with the holographic display and plugging it in uh, to an AI, where you would get much more uh, a much more personalized and sociable interaction from the device. That's what we've kind of seen lacking in the smart home market, and that's why we also believe it would fit in and take its place in the existing market as it is.
I guess all people that are starting their startups,
Hmm.
first of all, they like idea is brilliant,
Yeah,
but without testing it and like understanding how exactly it will work,
yeah,
you're not able to start
yeah.
even. So, how did you manage to test your idea and ensure that it will fit the market and also that it will be positively received by customers?
The first thing I did was kind of just trying to see if it would work kind of in the economical and marketplace at all. Uh, and I took to kind of deep searching if anything already existed at all, and seeing how the market is, looking at everything from reviews on existing devices and seeing kind of what people feel about them, those that exist already. As you said, by not having kind of the skills to make it yourself, people might be disencouraged to either pursuing it at all. But the thing I kind of did was just deep dive in it. We had kind of an idea of what we wanted, and then you have, of course, to make a device that works as a smart home device. You need what would you need, and then need to find this. The components as a microphone, a speaker, uh, if you need a motion tracking device to kind of see your movements in the device that we are looking for. And then again, how would we be able to project the hologram that we're looking for? How would we be able to connect it to an AI? What AI would we want to choose? And then deep diving more and more into each part of that. From okay, to make a hologram, we need some type of projector. What kind of resolution does it need to have? What sizes are available? And then again, the price for the component, which then again tells the price for what it might cost in the market. And as the connected as the world is today, you can find more or less everything on the internet about these things. So yeah, that's how I jumped into it, by starting kind of making a business plan and see if okay, uh, I feel this has some potential from what I'm finding out.
Now, how did you analyze the competitors to understand what exactly the mark lacks?
I looked at all of the products that they have, and did some searches online, as I said, to kind of find out um, for everything from reviews on even if it's on by videos that someone YouTubers or have made, or on website for where they sell them, and check okay, what do people, the customers, feel about the products that exist, and then again go on statistical websites to figure out what how big of a market do the different competitors have. On this market, you have Apple and Google and Amazon, which are the largest by far. Uh, and then you kind of have to break it down and figure out the demographics of where and what and how this product then again is different from what they already actually have.
And now you're exactly past the first stage of formulating like your idea,
Mm.
understanding how it should look like, what you need for product creation. In next step, you will be on a stage of looking for investorship.
Mm.
And how will you go about finding the investors? Like, what is your plan for this?
Well, that's been the at least for now the hardest part about kind of my whole project. Uh, you need to keep on, hold on, and kind of connect to as many people as possible, as this is differs, of course, from project to project when you go in how you look for investors. I've diversified it quite a bit, but the thing is, this is not just a software product. It is also a hardware product, and a lot of investors don't want to kind of risk it, as they usually say, but it is time consuming to even either get to the point where it's um, there is something a bit more tangible that they can see and feel. It has been kind of a forte by going about this, that it's going to be holographic, and when I can tell that there already exists technology that will make this happen, most people like the idea, and that's kind of how I had to go forth with it. That just the talking point about how wouldn't you like to have kind of something that you would think is science fiction, but it's actually something that's doable now, and you could be part of making that happen. So of course that would make it broader and finer and tuning it to each investor, but that before I kind of can take the next step, that's how I've been connecting to investors.
Yeah, I think that it's easier when you have just digital product,
Yeah.
and it probably needs a huge investment, but at least you understand that it's not prototyping, it's
Mm.
not testing and testing. But I guess in your product, it's really good that you already have components that are existing, so people can see that, for example, this part of the product is already exists, how it exactly works. If to combine this visual, investors might better to understand and feel the product. But I guess a lot of people want to see at least first prototype of it.
Yeah, that's just been kind of the hard part, because most want to have as low a risk as possible when they invest money, and when you don't have a tangible product that you can show them, uh, that then they aren't kind of willing to kind of just okay, I see what it is, so it's a lot of work on my part to make them understand and see it by showing what I've found out, as you said, that it is possible.
You mentioned a couple of times during our conversation AI.
Yeah,
Like right now, it's the buzzword, I guess, in 2023, and
yeah,
will stays remain in 2024. And it's also considered like a free business partner right now. So a lot of businesses trying to use it for the operational process in the business, but also they include it into the products. So my question will be, has it played a role in supporting your startup as well?
absolutely. It was kind of one of the first thing I also used to also prepare and make my business plan to have kind of I call it a business partner or someone to brainstorm with. Then again, as we are or wants to put it in our device too, it's integral to the kind of the whole part anyway. So yeah, AI is crucial, has been crucial for kind of getting where we are at the moment.
What should someone who wants right now to create their own tech product be prepared for? Like, have you encountered any surprises along this journey?
Yeah, my first surprise was actually how the investors, as I said, how they kind of, at least when you have hardware tech products, how they so want to they say and show that they want to be a part of it, but a lot of them say that they want it to be a more tangible product first. And I wouldn't discourage anyone to kind of if they have a product in mind, uh, try to kind of see if it is possible by uh, researching it, writing about it, see if it would uh, be possible to get this or make this product. Uh, but it is hard to convince investors to see it without there being something tangible to kind of feel, touch and feel. Then again, when you have a software product, it is uh, even though it isn't something tangible or something you can touch and feel, and they could probably see it, there is a lot less risk involved in it. So to research properly and uh, hopefully be able to make the products yourself is something I would encourage someone to do.
Be honest, like, do you feel any fears or uncertainty, and how do you overcome those emotions until your product gains a public recognition?
I am kind of already before that stage where I need to kind of get the investors to fund the building of at least first a prototype. So yeah, there's been a lot of mental setbacks with that part, but I believe in the product. I see how many that I tell about it, how they, as you said to me earlier, that this is something that you would think it would love to have also. And that's kind of all the feedback that I get when I talk about tell people about this product, and that encourages me to keep going. That's the reason why I'm still in it, to get that one investor that sees that this is something that really could make a mark.
You also mentioned that probably a lot of investors want to have touchable version of the product, so
Yeah.
they want to test it, to show it, like how exactly it works, so they know that they investing into this exact prototype.
Yeah.
You're not technical person, so you're you will definitely need some help with prototyping and creating the product. So how exactly will you develop it? Are you
Well,
looking for some contractors, or how exactly your plan is to create this product?
yeah. As my experience is within recruitment and recruiting tech and IT people, that's kind of not been my fear, to not be able to find people that could uh, make it, to say it that way. And of course, I have had a lot of good conversations with you guys at JetSoftPro, and hopefully might be able to use you guys when things when we get the money I need. But yeah, that has been my plan, kind of all along, to get in the the skills, resources, people that I need to make it when I then get the money to be able to pay make it and pay people to help me make it. So that's has been my plan on all along, and some investors also kind of don't like that because they want the founder to be the person that kind of makes it. But I see it in another way, that the leader doesn't need to kind of sit with the skills to do it, but instead needs to kind of see the whole picture of the product or the company, in many cases, and know where to put the right people, put the right resources. And I've worked with a lot of both technical hardware product businesses and IT businesses, and know how to put the right resources in the right places. Uh, so yeah, that's been my plan.
Probably, as far as I know, you already have the full presentation for investors, so probably you have already overthink all the stages like product development, how exactly the market entry will look like. So can you please tell me a bit more in details, like for people that are just thinking about starting their journey as a startup owner, how detailed is your plan? Like how detailed is on each stage, and maybe you can give some tips, like how this people can create this plan and
Yeah.
also roadmap for their product.
Yeah, it's true, as you said. I have a plan and a presentation that I got from you guys. For the presentation shows a plan that is kind of staged from where we are now to on the market, with some details about each stage, with numbers and statistics and how and why. And that's, I do not believe you need any more than that for a presentation. Uh, but as in my business plan, I went further and more detailed, and also figuring out different possibilities on how you might, if you look into several ways to be able to either go to market, to build it, and even consider an exit strategy. Uh, you have already mentally kind of prepared you to figure out or at least have thought about all the different ways of how this might end up being a success. Um, so I would kind of encourage everyone to do a huge brainstorm about all the different ways of uh, getting their idea from being idea to an actual product, and then into the markets. Visualize what you want to happen, what you don't want to happen, and what you would do in the situations, both of those situations, both those that happen like you want and those that don't happen like you want. You will sit more mentally prepared for those events and know how to kind of pick it up or react to those happenings that come from those. And that's the same thing I mean with go broad when you start your business plan. Figure out all the different ways that it might be possible to get to the place you want.
Yeah, I guess it's easy to create the perfect plan in the perfect world, but you always need to have in mind that something might go on wrong direction and the price might be the different. The stages might change a bit, and maybe entering the market will be not that easy. You will need to spend more for promotion and other stuff that you didn't expect to be. And also, like, we understand that a lot of people are now like creating products, so maybe even during the stages of production, you will need to change the design or think about something new. So it's to be the person that creates a new product for the market is always interesting, but also like risky. So my next question will relates more to the pitching, because all startups owners, they need to know and understand how to pitch in front of the investors. How exactly you prepare yourself for pitching, like, and what exactly you think that will be the buy idea for
Mm.
your product? Because like everybody that wants to invest, they thinking about the numbers and how fast this investment will be
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Well,
realized.
the thing I try to do is when I find if it is an investment company, or if you have this kind of this single more angel investors, and then you also have of course VC companies. I feel it's a bit easier to kind of target how you're going to pitch it when it comes to a specific company that also invests in other new products, because they usually have um, things that they also kind of uh, put forth as this is important for us, either if it is to be eco-friendly or uh, culturally diverse, or whatever kind of trait they put to the company that they kind of want to get forth. Then again, you can kind of let's say I am talking to a company that is eco-friendly. One of our ideas has been to kind of make the casing of the unit from recycled plastic. That would be one of the things that I would kind of emphasize more in my pitch. But you always have to kind of be true to the main focus of the product. The biggest kind of change with our product from those that exist is the display, the holographic display, and then uh, I would I usually kind of talk a lot about that, and then again, uh, that it makes it something you can interact more with, that it would be easier for both children and yeah, old people to interact with it. And also, we have been thinking about the possibility to make it be able to show sign language, so you can also get in that group that is, or demographic that isn't in the smart home market at all, by implementing a possibility for them to not only have to read text, which they probably can do, but also kind of talk to it by using sign language, where they use their sign language to talk to it, and then it also will talk back to them. You would get a whole other group that is left out. And as you know, you have the war there in Ukraine, where a lot of people, because of bombs and missiles, end up either losing their hearing or at least decreasing it. It would kind of be able to put them up where everyone else is with this tool that can help them or bring them back into a normal way that everybody else is.
That's probably might be life changing
Yeah.
for a lot of people. Um, also, I wanted to ask you. It might be stupid question in some kind of way, but probably all the startup owners they have something in mind first of all,
Mm.
and so my question will be, what for you potentially is more important, to change the world with your product or to make money?
Yeah. Well, I think that's actually one of the most important questions when you end up going out to create your idea. I believe the most important part is to be willing to change the if it's not the world, at least the market or a way people kind of use products. That's what brings the possibility of the product into the world. But of course, as how the world is works, money always speaks. So the potential to make a lot of money speaks to investors, speaks to the possibility of the uh, product getting to the market. But I still believe that, at least for me, the most important part is to come up with an idea that you want to make kind of some kind of change with. Uh, so you get kind of the passion for the project, that you need that drive to be able to stand in the hardships of trying to realize an idea at all.
Yeah, I really believe that your product will be great and it will soon meet the market, and a lot of people will use it,
Yeah.
and me potentially buying this product as well, as I really like the idea.
Mm.
And I really thank you for this conversation. I hope a lot of people will enjoy it, and maybe they will be less feared to start their own business,
Mm.
because I guess a lot of people have brilliant ideas, but they struggle with a lot of fearness
Yeah.
and doubts about their product. That maybe their product is great, they have some great idea, but they think where exactly they will find money,
Mm.
and how this product will meet the market, how the whole stages of production will look like. So if you have a great idea, you believe in your product, you will be able to create it, and a lot of people will like it if you like the idea in the first stage.
Yeah.
So, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this podcast session. Please don't forget to press the thumbs up button below and also share it with your friends. And also, you're welcome to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps us to grow. Thank you. Stay tuned.